girl. You know, for days now I've been watching you as you walk by. But I've been afraid.
Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to the Dubs Only podcast. It's been a while since we've done an episode. Been a little busy. Kind of things have been slow going on with sports, but you know, some breaking news this past week, and we had to get into it. Gonna give this to you guys right now. What are my thoughts? And the first topic that we're gonna get into: Dallas Cowboys superstar, the D end. We got Micah Parsons has officially requested a trade. Now, going into this offseason, even last offseason, Michael Parsons, he was eligible to get paid last offseason. And generally, when you look at general managers and teams, when they have a rising superstar who's on their rookie deal and they keep showing flashes of they're going to keep improving, they're going to keep improving, they tend to invest early because if you invest early, you're not going to be the one who's going to reset the market. Well, you are going to reset the market, but a year or two later, it's going to get reset again by another DN or another person at your position. And it's going to end up making your deal look like a deal, like a cheap deal in the future because of the market keeps resetting and resetting and resetting. So after Michael Parsons had a great first 4 years, after he's had a great first 4 years, there's still negotiations going on between the two, which is kind of alarming and kind of questionable towards the fan base because we're going to read some of his stats that we have right here for Michael Parsons in his first 4 years of the NFL. So his rookie year, 2021, he had 13 sacks. 2022, his sophomore year, he had 13 and a half sacks. 2023, that was his breakout year. He had 14 sacks that season. And to wrap up last season, after his fourth year, he had 12 sacks. Now, if you were to sum up the total of those 4 seasons together, that's 52 and a half sacks. And I did some research right now to see just how elite is that, because over 50 sacks to start your NFL career in 4 seasons, that's not unheard of, but that's pretty difficult to do. So here are the 4 players or the 6 players that are in front of him, and that's going to start with Reggie White, who had 70 sacks. You have Mark Gastineau, who had 60 and a half sacks. You had Derek Thomas, who had 58 sacks. You had J.J. Watt, who had 57. Then you had DeMarcus Ware, who had 53 and a half. So Micah is tailing DeMarcus Ware just by a sack. And if you recognize all these names right here, they're all Hall of Famers except Mark Gastineau. You had Reggie White, Hall of Famer. You had Derek Thomas, Hall of Famer. J.J. Watt, Hall of Famer. DeMarcus Ware, Hall of Famer. So if you're basing off the analytics and the statistics and just how much more he's going to keep going, then he's on a Hall of Fame path right now after his first 4 years. So let's go ahead and check out. We're not going to read the whole thing of what Michael Parsons tweet, but we're going to read the last part of it, and that's going to be, I stayed quiet, but again, after repeated shots at myself and all the narratives, I have made a tough decision that I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. Now, let's go ahead and listen to Jerry Jones' side, who also met with the media after Michael Parsons made this tweet, and this is what he had to say. Take a listen.
I'm not. The facts are that that's like anything else. I think the world of Micah, and that's just a part of negotiation.
Do you expect him to be on the field week 1?
Again, I don't want to talk about my expectations. Now, that is speculating, but I can speak to anything that's happened up until now, and that has no sensitivity to me.
Is it good
So you heard there from Jerry Jones. Now, a reporter did give him the chance to kind of give his side. He did give his side right there, but he also gave him the opportunity where, hey, in the past when Jerry Jones needed to pay his players, did it take long? Yes, it did, but in the end, he did end up paying them. So take a listen to this soundbite now from that same little press conference or little interview with the media.
Nothing's changed.
So many times in the past when you've gone through these negotiations, but when you had everything, it always usually ends with the player you want and the contract and a good number.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really glad you brought that up. It seems like that we forget that it's been less than a year, and I paid the highest been paid in the NFL to Dak, and I paid a big price for Lamb. And anybody that says I'm not interested in financially rewarding my players hadn't been looking at the tea leaves. And so there's always negotiation. and the negotiation is to put the best team on the field.
All right, well, you heard it from Jerry. Now, before I give my final thoughts on what I think about this whole thing, I'm going to break it down right now, just what we know. We already went into the first, Michael Parsons' first 4 seasons have been incredible. Hall of Fame path, what it's looking like. But let's go ahead and go back into his stats. We're going to go into the postseason. Now, this is where Michael Parsons has not really been the regular season Michael Parsons. This is where he's been a little bit lackluster, hasn't really shown up, hasn't really had that playoff moment. Now, granted, there's a lot of players who are of his status and have not been able to live up to the expectations in the postseason, one being Justin Herbert. And so you got to take that into consideration. So let's go ahead and check out his stats for his only 4 playoff games. And in those 4 games, he's had only 1 sack and 18 total tackles. All right, so that's what we know right there. Now, when we go into coming into this season, he did have an injury. He missed 4. He had not injury riddled, but he was injured last season, something you don't want to see. And prior to the first 3 seasons, he was healthy as can be, didn't miss much games. I want to say his second and third season, he played all 17 games. I think missed 1 or 2 games in his rookie year. But he's been consistently healthy. He missed 4 games last season, which honestly could have those 4 games he probably could have got more in sacks, and which would have had him ranked higher between the first 4 season sack numbers. But with that being said, we got to go into how we got to see both sides. And coming into this offseason, Jerry Jones has said that he's dealing with the back issue. So is he starting to get an injury bug? Is something starting to happen with him being less healthy? Is the body breaking down? Which is kind of crazy because he's only in his mid-20s. But with some players, if you have one injury, that's just gonna start compiling to another injury. It's gonna be a chain react. It could be a chain reaction to some people. And with Jerry, now let's go with Jerry's side first about whether he should be paid or not. Now, coming from Jerry's side, you have to look at it where I'm making the investment into a player, and he's made his investments to all his players, and he's made them the highest paid at their respective positions. So when you get that type of money, when you get that type of contract, there are certain expectations that come along with it if you have not already outperformed or have not done those expectations in your first contract. Now, when it comes to contracts, do you pay for what they did or do you pay for what they're going to do? Are you paying on potential or are you paying on fact, what's already been put to paper? So with Michael Parsons, we mentioned he had the 52.5 sacks, playoffs, only 1 sack, 18 total tackles. Does that garner making him the highest paid at his position, even though he's done really great into the in the regular season, but has really not showed up in the postseason? That's where the big time players make their big time money. So when you look at that, Jerry kind of has I'm not sure if this is the path that Jerry's taking, or what he's looking at, but it's more of I can see where he's coming from of, all right, we're doing good in the regular season, but I need you to do something in the postseason. I need you to make some moments to where, okay, he can perform in the big games when it's do or die moment. So has he done that? No. Has he done it in the regular season? Yes. So you have to look at it from that side of for Jerry. Is he bringing to the table what we need him to bring? And that includes postseason success. No, he's not. The Cowboys in general have not brought postseason success to Jerry in forever, honestly, is what it feels like. So I get that perspective from Jerry. Now let's go into Micah's perspective to, hey, look what I've done for you. I've gone these number of sacks. I'm the 6th most in the first 4 seasons. I haven't even hit my prime yet. I'm still getting better. I'm still young. I'm only in my rookie deal right now. I'm in my mid-20s. Like, I still have at least 10, maybe good seasons left in me. If not, maybe 5 to 6. So, and when you look at all the other players who have gotten big contracts, you have Myles Garrett. He's already in if not approaching his upper 30s, he's in his high 20s. You have TJ Watt, who just signed. He's in his 30s already. You don't have a player like Michael Parsons at his age who's I can't remember, that got paid recently. So just based on that, the investment for Michael Parsons is totally worth it. So he deserves to be paid. He should have been paid early. If we're really going to look at it right now, he should have gotten paid last offseason so that we could have avoided all this. The deal would have looked like a bargain deal to what it is now. So in the end, do you pay Michael Parsons? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? Yes. Because at the end of the day, when you look at it, the Cowboys have him for 2 extra years just to go along with this year. We've seen it play out with Dak Prescott, where Dak Prescott played out his contract and he played under the franchise tag. Michael Parsons, I hope it doesn't go to that, but if it does go to that, am I surprised? No. Is it just prolonging the inevitable that you're going to have to pay him to what he's going to be owed? You're pretty much you're just going through the inevitable of that. So pay Michael Parsons, because you don't want to wait for it to go down the road to where it's, I want to say, like 40 million, somewhere in the 40 millions. You don't have to go like, okay, now I got to be 45 million or 44 million. Just get it done right now so that in the future, down the line, it's going to look like a bargain deal. So I think that a deal is going to get done. He's going to stay in Dallas, and who knows when the deal's going to get done. But my prediction is that Michael Parsons is staying in Dallas. You don't trade a player like him at all. Not at that age, not at that value. You don't do it. Well, let's get into our next topic and our final one of this episode, and that's going to be Luka Doncic has signed his extension with the Los Angeles Lakers. And that deal is a 3-year deal worth $165 million. And Luka could opt out in 2028 to sign a 5-year deal for $417 million. And if that were the case, he'd be able to recover all the money that he was lost when he was traded by the Mavericks, when he was eligible to sign a Supermax this offseason. So what are my initial thoughts behind it? I'm not surprised. I knew that once they made that investment of trading away Anthony Davis to bring Luka Doncic, that this was going to be a marriage together for hopefully till the end of his career, but for the foreseeable future, at least 5-6 years. So I wasn't surprised that it happened. Am I kind of, do I want to say, what's the word? Am I happy? Am I satisfied that the deal is done? Yeah, because you don't want to go into a season where it's like, oh, is he going to go in? Is he going to stay long term? No, you don't have to. All that is rest to bed. That you got your superstar now for the foreseeable future. You got him locked up. You can tell the free agents, hey, we got one of the top 3 best players in the NBA, if not top 5, here for the foreseeable future. Free agents, come on by, because you guys have seen the talent. You guys have seen how he plays. He makes the pass. He can make the shot. We've seen, and you know what? The best thing that we've seen so far from him with the Lakers, his dedication to making a change to his body, his diet this offseason. Because when he was playing this last season in the playoffs, it was evident that he was not in shape. Now, granted, he was coming off a calf injury, I want to say, when we did trade for him. And coming off a calf injury, you're not able to run, not able to move. You just kind of have to stay and just let it heal on its own. So you're not able to get that workout. So did he gain the weight? Yeah, he did. Was it evident in the defense? Was it evident in the offense? It sure was, because during that playoff run, all it was pick and roll, get the switch on the Luka, force him to play defense, because with the big body like he did have, it was going to be a struggle for him to move. And now you look at him, you hear all the stuff that was said about him, saying he's fat, is he lazy, is he going to just power, is he just going to not work out, is he going to take this LA thing saying, hey, you guys need me, I can do whatever I want? No, he did not. Instead, he got into the gym, got in shape. I want to say I heard him say that he didn't play basketball for a month, and that was the longest that he's ever gone without playing basketball for a month, because he wanted to work on his weight training. He wanted to work on his diet. He wanted to work on his body. So big kudos to him, because he's taking this season seriously. And what that shows me is that he's dedicated to the Lakers. He's dedicated for we're in win now. When I'm wherever I'm at, we have a chance to win. And this also shows me that, hey, LeBron, what do you want to do, man? What do you want to do? I'm sure they both have conversations of what's going to go on between them. If they're going to be teammates, if LeBron's going to stay, if he's going to go somewhere else. I think that this shows LeBron, I'm ready, dude. Come on. You want to jump on ship with me? Let's do it, man. Let's get it together because I will take the load off of you. I'm a proven guy. We've seen what it was last season. I'm able to have you play off ball, not have you exacerbate energy, not have you need to be the number one option. It's cool. I can do that. So LeBron, what you want to do? You want to come and have fun? Because I'll get us there. All you gotta do is not take a back seat. I need you to still be LeBron James. Pick and choose your moments. I'm gonna make the game easier for you, but I want to know, hey, I'm ready. Are you ready now? So I'm glad that Luka Doncic has signed that deal. I'm not surprised. I think that this is going to be good for the Lakers. I think that this is going to bring free agents, like I mentioned earlier. I think that with the Lakers making this deal and the gesture that comes along with it of him being able to recover all the money that he did end up losing this offseason because he wasn't able to sign a Supermax because the Mavs did trade him. I think that what this shows is that, hey, Luka, we're committed to you. You're our guy. You're our next face. Take us as far as you can because we're going to give you all the opportunities, all the weapons. We're going to do our best to maximize your stay while you're here because at the end of the day, we are the Los Angeles Lakers. We're known for championships. We're known for dynasties. We're known for bringing superstars here. And you know what? This next chapter of Lakers basketball is going to be you. So let's get it going. Well, that's going to be it for the Dubs Only podcast. Appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure to tune in and subscribe because we're going to do some more episodes whenever we get breaking news, whenever we get some type of story, whenever we can able to do some type of content. Be tuned because we're going to talk about it. Catch you guys next time. Peace.
48.